welcome the CEO of the Opel Group, GM Executive Vice President and President Europe, Dr. Karl Thomas Neumann.
Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the Opel press conference at the Geneva Motor Show. It's great to be back here at Palexpo. And actually, today is a very special day for me because today marks my 3rd anniversary as Opel CEO. Thanks. Last year, I had the pleasure to present OnStar and the all-new Opel car on this stage. In the meantime, we have launched the new Opel Astra, the best car which we have ever built. Since we started selling the Astra in the fall of 2015, we have received around 130,000 orders. And it continues our success story in this segment with 24 million Opel and Vauxhall cars sold. And the Astra is a real champion. It already won the prestigious Golden Steering Wheel, something I am extremely proud of. And on top of this, so far, the car has won 48 out of 75 comparison tests that took place across Europe. That clearly shows the Astra is leading the class again. And there's even more to come. Good news. Yesterday afternoon, the new Opel Astra was also named the European Car of the Year 2016. And I'm happy to welcome a very special guest on stage, Mr. Hakan Matson, Chairman of the Car of the Year jury. Hakan, please join me.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the most prestigious award in the business, in our view at least.
Yeah. Hakan, I believe you are possibly the best person to explain why you and the jury have voted for the Astra.
Well, I think we all know this segment might not be the hottest in Europe, but it's still significant. A lot of buyers, as you said yourself, 130,000 orders. And I think it's an overall quality of the car. I think the jury acknowledged that the new Astra pushes the segment forward. And we're especially happy that you addressed some of the weaknesses of the previous model that we pointed out before, the weight, the roominess, the engines. And you added some very useful and advanced technologies which we didn't expect, that maybe the customers don't expect in this segment. So I think it's great that you're upsetting the upper class.
Great. Thank you very much again, Hakan.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I really proudly do accept this prize in the name of the entire Opel team. This is the team's award. Thank you. So the car, as I said, is a product of an outstanding team performance. The new car Astra is up to 200 kilograms lighter than its predecessor. And you feel it when you drive it. Under the hood, you will only find engines of the latest generation, as well as numerous high-class technologies and assistance systems, like our award-winning adaptive IntelliLux Matrix light. That's why Astra, like we say, annoys the upper class. And there's more to come. Next month, we will open the next chapter of this success story, the new Astra Sports Tourer. The car is more spacious inside without growing exterior dimensions. The Sports Tourer combines the attributes and technological leadership of the new Astra with first-class load volume. And that's not all. I'm proud to present a mega sporty new member of the Astra family here in Geneva. The new Astra TCR, it's over there, you can't see it. Our contender in the Touring Car Racer series. With a 2-liter turbocharged engine and roughly 330 horsepower, the Astra TCR will continue a long motorsport tradition at Opel. Ladies and gentlemen, exactly 4 years ago, Opel presented the Mokka in Geneva and was the first European automaker with a small vehicle, with a vehicle in the small SUV segment. Since then, the Mokka has become one of the most successful SUVs in Europe ever. And it's not only won numerous awards, it's also a huge sales success. It's segment leader in many European countries, and overall, now our third most important car. The Mokka has impressed more than 500,000 customers already. And how? Well, with its perfect size, its sporty look, and its elevated seating position. With high practicality, with economical engines, and modern technologies such as adaptive all-wheel drive. Now it's time to make a car even more desirable. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present our first world premiere, the new Opel Mokka X. The Opel Mokka X, I like it a lot. Bolder on the outside, refined elegance on the inside. The new exterior design is sharper and even more masculine. It retains a sporty edge with the latest Opel face and with new LED headlamps and taillights. On the inside, the Mokka X ambience has been totally redefined. A completely new dashboard, which is in line with the Astra design language, makes its debut. The new instrument panel is simpler and purer, as well as sharp and precise in its execution. The center stack has been completely redeveloped, with less buttons surrounding the huge touchscreens of the latest generation infotainment system. The new systems result in the best connected SUV thanks to the IntelliLink infotainment technologies with smartphone integration, with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And of course, our Opel OnStar services are also on board, including Wi-Fi hotspots for your mobile devices. Under the hood, the new Mokka will also have an additional petrol engine, a new generation 1.4-liter direct injection turbo with 152 horsepower. We believe our new small SUV is exciting, it's affordable, it's innovative, and it's approachable. In one word, it's an Opel. Our company has a long tradition of building innovative and attractive cars. Some may know that back in 1965, Opel was the very first European car maker to show a concept car, the legendary Opel Experimental GT. And 3 years later, when the Opel GT actually came on the roads, this unique sports car started a career as one of the greatest cars in Opel's history. Honestly, when I was 10 years old, I was already a big fan of the Opel GT. And I promised myself, when I'm grown up, I want to own such a car. Well, and this dream came true last year. I am happy to have one of these beautiful classic cars in my garage. And I can tell you, the driving experience is uncomparable. Nur fliegen ist schöner. Promise. Because it was such an iconic car for the brand, and the Opel leadership gave the design team the green light to work on a modern interpretation of the GT. Not a retro version, but a forward-looking statement on how we at Opel see the sports car of the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come now to rediscover this icon. Please enjoy this spectacular second world premiere at the Opel booth, the all-new Opel GT Concept.
Hey there, tomorrow, I thought it became a thing. So go now, tell the world, gravity is just a word that they heard.
If you can dream it, you can create it. The Opel GT Concept.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Opel GT Concept. It's really one of the most exciting concept cars I've seen in my entire life. It expresses the continuous innovative strength of Opel, breathtaking in its shape, reduced to the bare essentials. Pure passion. It shows who we are. Confident, bold, and innovative. With its front mid-engine and rear-wheel drive, the GT Concept shows how a vehicle with a 3-cylinder engine, and who would have thought that, can create goosebumps. Ladies and gentlemen, I now turn the stage over to our Vice President Design Europe, Mark Adams, who can explain the GT Concept even better than I could do. Mark.
Hey there, tomorrow, I thought
So thank you, Kay Thomas, and obviously we created the GT Concept to capture the bold, emotional spirit of the Opel brand. It's dramatic, sculptural, and full of innovations, which is our great tradition, and we intend to continue that. It's certainly a big challenge to reinvent an icon like the GT, but one thing's for sure, I did not want this car to be retro. Just as the experimental GT was avant-garde back in 1965, so too is this GT Concept today. It's a thoroughly modern expression, pure, minimalistic, yet bold and uncompromising. It impressively demonstrates the continual, exciting evolution of our design philosophy. Sculpture artistry meets German precision. Now let me talk about a few of the details on the car. And I'm going to start at the front of the car here. And the first thing you notice is it has this really sharp, shark-like nose that sweeps back into the headlamps. The headlamps themselves continue, like all of our cars, this wing signature graphic. And we're evolving the headlamp to take on this pixel matrix lamp, which takes things to the next level. As the car swings around to the side, you can see the graphics of this car have been developed to communicate the package of the car. So this sweeping red line running through the car here really emphasizes the low proportions and communicates that the engine is actually located behind the front wheel to give it great balance. As you move to the rear, you see this rear haunches here, really pressing down on the rear wheel, emphasizing again the rear wheel drive characteristics. But one of the most unique features on this car is this transition glass that runs through from the body color seamlessly into the glass area itself, allowing us to make the belt line very low and optimizing the interior space inside. I also gave a challenge to my design team and told them I only wanted one cut line on this door, which was a huge problem initially. But they came up with a great solution. And maybe if we open the door here, you'll see how this door pivots around a unique center here and giving a sense of drama to the whole experience of entering the car. And then to the interior itself, again, really working on this principle of minimalizing everything we do and bringing everything back to the basics and focusing on hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, and having a fun driving experience. So, I think you'll agree, this car is unmistakably an Opel GT, but it expresses that same spirit in a modern context. It's without doubt exciting and emotional. It's a brand shaper and truly represents the heartbeat of the Opel brand itself. So thank you very much. And with that, I'm going to hand back to Carl Thomas. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, the Opel GT Concept. And before I get the question, the answer is no. We have not yet decided whether we will build this car and make it a production version of the Opel GT. But we are extremely excited by the overwhelming reaction we have received from media and car enthusiasts so far. Thank you very much for this great support. Yeah. And I'm sure when you see all this that you agree when I say our product offensive is in full swing. At one of the next major motor shows, I will have the pleasure to present a real electrifying, game-changing car, the Opel Ampera E. We will launch this revolutionary electric vehicle already next year. It will break down the two main hurdles of electric mobility, the short driving range and the high price. The Opel Ampera E. It is truly das Elektroauto. So you see, we care for the needs of our customers, and we want to win their hearts and build desirable and affordable products. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite you to join me on stage and take a closer look at our world premieres. Opel is more emotional than ever before. Opel is more innovative than ever before. And Opel is stronger than ever before. And I said it here 3 years ago, and I say it now, Opel is back. Thank you very much.